In the high-stakes theater of justice, some secrets are buried deeper than others, and what's whispered in the shadows often screams louder than any courtroom declaration. But what happens when those whispers point to something truly unsettling, challenging everything we thought we knew about guilt, innocence, and the search for truth? The public often only glimpses the surface of sensational cases, unaware of the explosive undercurrents and desperate gambits playing out behind closed doors, where reputations and lives hang precariously in the balance. The Bryan Kohberger saga, already a chilling chronicle of an unthinkable crime, just took another electrifying turn, one that could redefine the entire trajectory of his upcoming trial. In a move that many legal analysts are calling a high-risk, high-reward strategy, Kohberger's defense team has reportedly filed a motion, currently under seal, naming an alternate suspect they claim is the real killer of the 4 University of Idaho students. This bombshell arrived mere weeks before the trial is set to commence, an 11th-hour maneuver cloaked in judicial secrecy. Rumors are swirling furiously about who this mystery individual could be, and what evidence, if any, connects them to the brutal slayings. Sources close to the defense have hinted for months at a narrative of their client being framed. But this direct accusation against another party elevates their strategy to an entirely new level of audacity. The implications are staggering. If the defense can present a credible alternate, it could dismantle the prosecution's meticulously constructed case. But simply naming another isn't enough. The defense faces a monumental task to even get this theory before a jury, and the clock is ticking relentlessly. Beyond the sensational claim of an alternate perpetrator, the Kohberger defense has been subtly laying groundwork for other lines of attack, hinting at a complex conspiracy or, at the very least, a monumental misdirection by investigators. Whispers of Kohberger being framed have persisted, alongside suggestions that perhaps 2 killers, not one, were responsible for the shocking crime that night. These theories attempt to create cracks in the prosecution's narrative, which leans heavily on evidence like the DNA found on a knife sheath near one of the victims, a sheath allegedly matching a K-bar knife Kohberger purchased online. The defense must now convince Judge Hippler not only that their alternate suspect theory holds water, but also that any evidence supporting it is admissible in court, a notoriously high bar. The judge has already made several key rulings shaping the trial's landscape, allowing jurors to hear the panicked 911 call from a surviving roommate and see her terrified texts after allegedly encountering a masked intruder with bushy eyebrows. Furthermore, Kohberger's Amazon shopping history, including the knife purchase, will be presented. Each ruling tightens the evidentiary net, making the defense's challenge even more formidable as they attempt to introduce doubt where the prosecution seeks certainty. While one trial teeters on the edge of such dramatic revelations, another has already plunged into the depths of shocking personal testimony, exposing a dark world of alleged manipulation and control. The trial of Sean Diddy Combs has pulled back the curtain on a lifestyle few could imagine, with his former girlfriend, R&B singer Cassie Ventura, delivering testimony that has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and beyond. Her detailed accounts allege years of physical and emotional abuse, but it's her claims of meticulously orchestrated sexual encounters, which Combs purportedly referred to as freakoffs, that have painted a particularly disturbing picture. Testimony alleges these events often involved male sex workers and were directed by Combs with an exacting precision, down to the reported use of large quantities of baby oil to achieve specific visual aesthetics. Ventura described a dynamic of profound control, where she claims she was coerced into these scenarios, including an alleged rape when she tried to end the relationship. These aren't just accusations of infidelity or a tumultuous relationship. They depict a pattern of alleged psychological dominance and sexual exploitation. The sheer methodical nature of the alleged abuse, as described, moves beyond impulsive violence into something far more calculated and chilling, suggesting a puppet master pulling strings in a carefully constructed, private horror show. With such damning accusations laid bare, Combs' defense is fighting fire with fire, but are their tactics enough to sway opinion, or do they risk further alienating a public already grappling with the graphic nature of the claims? Faced with Ventura's devastating allegations, Sean Combs' legal team has launched a vigorous counteroffensive, attempting to dismantle her credibility and reframe her participation in the freakoffs as consensual, even enthusiastic. Their strategy involves presenting text messages and emails from early in their relationship, communications that reportedly express mutual affection and excitement for these encounters. One text from 2017, attributed to Ventura, purportedly reads, "I love our F-offs when we both want it." The defense is attempting to suggest that these messages prove her willing involvement, painting her later accusations as a fabrication or an exaggeration born from a soured relationship. Ventura, however, has testified that such statements were hollow attempts to appease Combs, made under duress in a controlling environment. Beyond questioning her consent, the defense has also insinuated a financial motive, suggesting that Ventura's 2023 lawsuit, which first publicized the freakoff allegations, was a calculated move that irreparably damaged Combs' career. This line of argument walks a finer rope, potentially veering into victim blaming, yet it's a crucial part of their narrative that aims to portray Ventura not as a victim of sex trafficking and racketeering, but as an embittered ex-lover. The courtroom isn't just a stage for legal arguments, it's a pressure cooker, and every player's demeanor is under intense scrutiny, especially the man at the center of it all. Through all the graphic testimony and intense legal wrangling, Sean Combs himself has presented a carefully constructed image in the Manhattan federal courthouse. Reports from observers describe him as appearing somewhat relaxed, dressed in civilian clothes, a stark contrast to the gravity of the charges he faces. At one point, a hot mic even caught him offering encouraging words to his attorney, stating, he was proud, a moment that quickly circulated, sparking further debate about his mindset. His family, including his mother Janice and sons Quincy, Justin, and Christian, have been a consistent presence, offering a portrait of familial support amidst the storm. This composed demeanor could be interpreted in various ways. Is it the confidence of an innocent man, a meticulously crafted performance for the jury and public, or perhaps the detachment of someone long accustomed to wielding immense power and control? It's been widely reported that Combs has struggled with opioid addiction, and while not a direct legal defense, Ventura testified his violent behavior exacerbated during withdrawals. This adds another layer to the complex persona on display, leaving observers to wonder how much of what they're seeing is the real man, and how much is a facade designed to weather the legal onslaught. These explosive trials, with their layers of accusations and counterclaims, force us to question everything we think we know about the private lives of public figures. While the Kohberger and Combs trials capture headlines with their shocking claims and celebrity defendants, the Karen Reed retrial continues to unfold as an enigma, a case that has fiercely divided a community and cast a harsh spotlight on the investigative process itself. What makes the Reed case particularly captivating is the persistent ambiguity and the relentless challenging of the official story by both the defense and a highly engaged segment of the public. The medical examiner's inability to determine John O'Keefe's manner of death to a reasonable degree of medical certainty, noting blunt impact head injuries with hypothermia as a contributing factor, has left a gaping hole for speculation. The defense has aggressively questioned the chain of custody of evidence, with Massachusetts State Police Trooper Michael Proctor, the lead investigator, becoming a central figure in their efforts to sow doubt. The sheer number of sidebars during the trial, as noted by courtroom observers, seems to be a symptom of the case's profound complexity or its deeply contentious nature, with legal battles erupting over nearly every piece of testimony. It's a masterclass in forensic debate, where injuries are scrutinized for traces of grass that were never found, and alternative theories for O'Keefe's hypothermia are fiercely debated. The Reed trial underscores how a case can become a battleground, not just of facts, but of perception and trust in the justice system itself. As these narratives unfold, the line between proven fact and compelling speculation often blurs, leaving more questions than answers. In the end, these disparate trials, each with its own unique set of horrors, accusations, and legal machinations, reveal the murky, often disturbing underbelly of high-profile justice. They remind us that beyond the sanitized language of legal filings and the stoic faces in the courtroom, there are human stories of immense pain, alleged betrayal, and a desperate search for accountability. The pursuit of truth can itself become a bewildering labyrinth, a battle of competing narratives where the most shocking story isn't always the one meticulously detailed under oath, but perhaps the one that lingers, unproven and unsettling, in the public consciousness. What dark truths, one has to wonder, still remain hidden beneath the surface, waiting for their own explosive moment to erupt and challenge everything we thought we understood?